No.
Meet 16-year-old Amy, mother of two.
I thought about getting her adopted. I didn't want her.
17-year-old Ashley, pregnant for the third time in 4 years.
He is demanding, and he's really clingy as well. He does nothing but sit there and scream for attention.
And 14-year-old Chelsea, a mother before she sat her first GCSE.
I wouldn't wish to be a teenage mother on anybody.
Children raising children in desperate need of help.
Lizzie! Behave!
6 teen mums have been given the opportunity of a lifetime.
Looks like something out of Harry Potter.
They're living in a specially equipped house in the countryside and being given 24-hour support from nannies and a psychotherapist.
It's felt a bit lost sometimes.
Sometimes I do, yeah.
It's an intensive course in motherhood.
Fuck off!
With just 2 weeks to make a difference.
It's excuse after excuse after excuse, and it's such a shame.
Well, that's how he's been with me his entire life. I'd had a really good day up until now.
I thought I'd be okay, but I'm not.
It's 6:50 a.m. The teen mums are about to have a rude awakening from nannies Susie and Melissa. For Chelsea and Kerry, there's no such thing as a lie-in.
Morning. Some of these girls have not had routine, they've not had to get up at certain times, and to me it's going to be such a shock for them. It really is going to be a shock. It's coming up to 5 to 7. If you want to go to the toilet now, go to the toilet. If you want to get some water, have some water, and then we'll get the babies dressed and get them ready for a feed, okay?
I'm not sure about the routines really, because they are really difficult and demanding.
If you go to bed a bit early, you're going to feel a lot better in the morning with her. Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't like people telling me what to do. Makes me wonder why I come.
I've got to start the routine today.
Lucky you.
I'm finding things really hard at the moment. I've got all the help at home that I need, really. And now, since I'm doing everything, getting up every single time in the night,
No.
it's really starting to get to me. I'm really tired.
Tyler.
17-year-old Ashley lives in a mother and baby unit in Birmingham. She was just 15 when she became pregnant with Tyler.
Because I'd already had one miscarriage, it made me think twice as hard as most people usually would, and I just couldn't have an abortion.
Her mother was a teen mum herself.
I think she wanted to be pregnant. I don't think it was an accident, and she may deny that, but I honestly believe that deep down she wanted a baby.
Ashley's now expecting a second baby.
Tyler.
Even though she's had problems bonding with Tyler.
He is demanding. He's always wanting something.
Come here.
And he's really clingy as well. Because if I'm to leave the room for a while and he notices I'm not there, that's it, he'll scream. Oh, come on. He's going to have to learn, though, that he can't have everything his own way.
Ashley's relationship with Tyler is causing concern for the nannies.
Ashley says Tyler is very clingy. She doesn't get 5 minutes peace.
Wait.
I think it just boils down to the fact that she's got no confidence. And I think, honestly, it's not that she doesn't care for Tyler. She doesn't know how to be a mum. Sick or anything like that.
Susie's answer is to take Ashley back to basics.
The reason I've asked you to come down into the lounge now, we're going to do what we call interacting time, playtime with baby. It's a special bonding time, and that's very special quality time with you and your baby. It's not just about sitting them on a mat and leaving them because it's convenient and it's easy. They want some interaction from you. Touching their legs, you know, touching their feet, touching their hands, touching their face. You are having contact with the baby.
It was funny with him because whenever I put him on his play gym mat thing, he didn't want to play, he just wanted to fall asleep.
This is where you have to be aware of their sleep time and the play time. When you've got them at the best time is after they've been fed. They're not hungry, they're quite contented.
That's when it was,
yes, but then it depends on the stimulation you're giving him. With Ashley, her attitude is, I've done it, I know what I'm doing. She puts up this wall as if to say, don't confront me, I don't want to be found out I've done something wrong. I'd just like to take you through 3 forms of sterilising.
Over the course of their stay, the teen mums are taught all the practical basics of motherhood.
Lift her like this. Always support her. I'm going to now show you how to make the feeds up for tonight. You need 3 feeds each. Never put pills in a drawer. Never keep anything at low level with a child. Always keep it up, out of a child's reach.
I find it quite hard to be away from home because I've always had my mum and dad there for me. But,
Each girl will be
I'm starting to
offered
get
6
used to
hours of
enjoying
therapy
it.
sessions.
Okay.
A chance for them to talk candidly about themselves.
The baby blues set in a little bit yesterday.
You're feeling a bit weepy?
I burst into tears last night.
Amy gave birth only 6 days ago to her second child, Ellie. After her first child, Lizzie, was born, Amy, then 15, was diagnosed with postnatal depression.
Right. Suit yourself. You're starved. It's not an option. Starve then.
When Lizzie was about 3 months old, my nan took her. I went and got help. I had to go onto tablets. I had to see a counsellor. Even now, I still feel guilty because of some of the things I used to think that sort of, oh, I wish I hadn't had her and things. And I didn't wish that. It was the depression that was saying it.
Start with how you feel about being Lizzie's mum.
I was watching all my friends going out and it really hit me that I can't do this. And it got to a point that I almost resented Lizzie. I did contemplate adoption with her. I thought about getting her adopted. I didn't want her. And I look back now, I feel so guilty.
It's all right.
When I had Ellie, my sister turned around and said that I was going to desert Lizzie and I was going to not pay Lizzie attention. And because of that, I'm ending up almost not paying Ellie the attention, and I feel really bad for it. And I feel like I can't balance both of them, and it's really hard.
Take a deep breath.
So I'm
just take a deep breath.
Physically, I'm coping okay, but I'm finding it really hard to give both the attention.
Okay, that's part of what you're here for, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it is possible to do it.
Yeah.
I did go on the pill for a little while, but I couldn't remember to take it, so I just stopped. And then obviously I got pregnant with Courtney.
Mum took me to the doctors to go on the pill, and then my doctor told me to take the first pill on the first day of my next period, and I never got that period because I was already pregnant. It wasn't planned. The condom did split. It was my birthday party when it happened.
When you're a teenager, it's easy getting pregnant. It's much harder being a mum. These teenagers are being taught how to parent.
I will not put formula in to boiling hot water because it will take the goodness out of the milk.
OK, right, back to class.
Therapist Rachel wants to work on the girl's self-confidence.
I want you to tell the person on your right something you've seen them do as a mum with their babies that you thought was really nice. So, who's going to start?
Ashley?
I can't imagine how it is for you with Lizzie and Ellie. It must be really hard for you. The way you cope with both of them. It's just really, really good to see you actually be able to do that.
Thank you.
It must be particularly good for you, seeing that it's possible as you're just about to become a mum of 2 yourself.
Yeah.
I wanted to put the girls in a situation where they had to take a risk with each other and also be nice to each other, and that's not easy for teenagers to do. They've kind of been walking around the house as a group of individuals rather than a group, and they're going to find this process a lot more of a richer experience if they can actually make friends with one another.
Like Zoe, you said the other day that you want Courtney to get messy, but you don't want to have to clear up after her. So maybe you could look at getting her like a sandpit or something, because then it's not mess, but she can get messy, if you get me.
That's a great suggestion. Do you actually think that's quite a good idea?
Yeah.
Amy's absolutely blossomed in the time she's been here. She's really taking part of the group and in fact becoming the leader of that group today.
Right, you my little bean. You my little bean. You are. Yes,
But Amy's under pressure. Her boyfriend Richard wants her to come home.
I don't know, sweetheart. I don't know when I'll be leaving.
Richard is 27. He's stepfather to toddler Lizzie and father to newborn
I'll see you when
Ellie.
I get back, right?
Love you.
Love you. Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have fun.
He'd been with Amy just
Behave.
3 months when she discovered she was pregnant again.
8 months that she was pregnant. Didn't think anything of it as such. I wasn't taking it seriously as I should have been. But now it has hit home that Mum and Dad.
Babe, it's not surprising you've just had a baby. Ellie's only just come. It's not surprising that we're feeling like that. Alright, I love you, sweetheart. Bye. Bye. Rich has just rung me. And we were fine, and I sort of said to him, what have you been up to? And he suddenly started crying, like, because he missed me so much. I feel really torn because I feel like if I go home, I'm letting the kids down and I'm letting everyone down. But if I stay, I feel like I'm letting Rich down, and I don't want to do that.
It's 6:30 a.m.
I wonder what Amy's decided to do.
Got no idea. She was nearly in tears last night trying to decide.
Okay.
And Amy's not had much sleep.
Rich rang me last night at midnight, 3 o'clock, and has just texted me again this morning.
Is that how he feels in himself at the time that you're away?
Susie's
precious
concerned
time
that
took
Amy
away
may
from
make
him
a
and Ellie.
decision she'll regret.
What sort of upsets me in a way is I know how much you're going to benefit in that time that you're going to spend with us. I think that's, you know, for you and Ellie, for Lizzie as well. And I know the torment you're going through, how you're torn. And, you know, you must make that decision.
After another 4 calls from Richard, Amy rings him back.
Good morning, darling. Yeah, you okay? All right. How much petrol have you got in your car? Because, I was going to say, can you come up and get me? Yeah, all right. It doesn't matter. All right, see you soon. Love you, bye. Bastard. He makes a big fuss about wanting me to go home, and then he's coming up to get me, but he said, I've just got to sort out a mate's car first, as if that's more important. Oh, man.
The teen mums are 3 days into their stay. Things aren't perfect.
Look at him.
He's supposed to go to sleep at 1 o'clock.
Oh, I think he's going to need a bath first.
But Susie and her team are starting to see some progress.
Kelly is really happy to be here.
Yeah, she's really enthusiastic, she's happy, and she's really wanting to warm to everybody.
Yeah. Chelsea's a character.
I've lost the sock again, I always do that.
She's really bonded with that baby, even though she's so young.
You hold it. What?
But Ashley, who's 5 months pregnant, is still struggling to bond with her son, Tyler.
I am not putting it in your mouth for you. As soon as I get up to leave.
Rachel has a plan to help her empathise with him.
Do you mind if we just do a little exercise and see if we can get inside Tyler's head? Do you want to have a go?
Okay.
Okay. Just close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. And I want you to imagine that you're just shrinking so that the sofa suddenly starts to get really big. So that you're sitting on the floor and you're looking all around you. And you're 9 months old and you're Tyler. And I want you to see Mummy sitting on the sofa and just feel that sense of how safe you are. And then I want you to imagine that Mummy is getting up and Mummy's left the room. You don't know where she is. And just feel a little sense of panic. And then watch as you come back in and feel the relief. There she is. Everything's going to be okay. Okay, open your eyes. What was that like for you?
It's quite scary.
What did you feel?
To be honest, I felt like crying.
It's all right. That's all right.
Really could just imagine how Tyler was feeling.
It sounds a bit like maybe you felt a bit like that. A bit lost. It's felt a bit lost sometimes.
Sometimes I do, yeah.
You know what? Tyler's going to be fine. And you're going to be fine. It's just that as a mum, you have to learn this skill. And it's about putting yourself in their shoes so that you can help to explain the world for them from where they stand, not from where you stand.
It's late afternoon and baby swimming lessons. An opportunity for mothers and children to have fun together.
You'll be fine in a minute.
Just lift her in and give her a cuddle. That's it, give her a cuddle. Hey, you're with your mummy in the water.
Ashley's the only mother unwilling to go into the pool. She says she's feeling unwell.
It's just getting close to the swimming pool's making me feel sick, and even thinking about it.
The big one is I look at Tyler and I think what a happy little chappy he is, considering the negativeness of his mum. I mean, it's incredible.
For half an hour, Ashley simply sits and watches.
Is we going to do a nice
So just hit, that's it, and then you watches all.
Then finally, a breakthrough.
Here you go.
Alright, you're right there for a minute. I'm just going to go and help.
Tyler.
I'm really pleased because the whole point is working with your baby. You know, I'd love it. It was lovely for me to share that experience with Tyler, but it would have been nice for him to share that experience with his mum, and it was lovely to see that eventually that happened.
He loves bouncing, he loves Tigger.
Yeah, Ashley was amazing.
Have a little go with that. See how that is.
Come here,
Because he's a big boy. See, kicky legs. Kicky.
Could have been because I saw how much fun he was having, I'm not sure. I mean, I like swimming myself, but wasn't sure how he'd react to it. Because it is his first time in a swimming pool. I think I will take him swimming again. If I can do it once, I could do it 1,000 times. He's laughing every time I do this.
It's 5 o'clock on the third day. Amy's boyfriend Richard's arrived to take her home. She's decided to quit.
Hello.
Have you missed me?
Nah.
Fuck off.
Of course I
Stay
have.
with me and Courtney, yeah?
Hello.
Oh, you stink. I really missed you. Did you miss me?
Of course I did.
I bet you didn't.
Why are you so pale, Missy?
Oh, for crying out pissing loud, Rich. I know how to look after a child for a few days by myself.
I wasn't saying that.
She is fine. Stop being paranoid.
I'm being paranoid.
You are being paranoid.
No,
She's not pale.
Yeah, she is.
She's fine. You really
Okay,
piss me off when you do that.
I'll come back next week then.
I am more upset that I'm leaving now. It's like the packing made it final. So I am quite upset.
Amy's leaving, with well over a week of the course still to go.
So much.
I just only wish we could have helped more.
Yeah.
I'm very sad that Amy's leaving because I feel if she stayed, she would have got so much more from this. I just feel quite frustrated because there was so much I wanted to do with her. And I just feel it's just been cut.
Back home, things aren't perfect.
Since I've left the house, Rich and I split up, which I was a bit upset about. So I'm now living temporary at my nan's and hopefully gonna find my own place in the next couple of days. If I could see now what was going to happen with Rich and I would have told him to stop it rather than listening to him and going home. I do regret it.
Shortly after we filmed this interview, Amy and Rich got back together.
Thanks for watching Nurture. Make sure you subscribe for more modern parenting.